Hey, this is Philip Clark at Just Say Something, and I want to welcome you back to Just Say Something podcast. My name is Philip Clark, and I'm the CEO here at Just Say Something. And you might recognize the young man sitting next to me.
Young.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I'm old enough to be your big brother.
Fair enough.
But also, this is the premiere of our backdrop. Ta-da! And so this young man sitting beside me, Tyler Burgess. So, Tyler, why don't you tell some of our listeners who Tyler Burgess is and what Tyler does today?
Well, today Tyler went to therapy, and now he's doing this podcast.
Okay.
He might play a little golf after this.
Oh.
That's what he's doing today. What about me? I'm 9 years sober. On my 9-year anniversary was August 26th.
Awesome.
So just a couple days ago, I hit 9 years.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Big, almost to the big 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what else to say. I feel like I covered this last time. I don't remember what I said and what I didn't say. I'm just here to debut the backdrop. Like, I'm just here for the backdrop, really.
Yeah.
And, and I just like to hear myself talk.
So, well, I've heard that about you.
Yeah, right.
So, Tyler is president and
CEO.
CEO.
It's very important we get the CEO title.
CEO of SC Retail.
Yes.
Formerly Southeastern Products.
Yes.
And he graciously printed our backdrop for us. And I must say, it looks amazing.
It does look good.
Gino designed it for us. Who those of you who know us knows that there's nothing that's done here that Gino doesn't have his hand in.
I think he's designed a few things that we've done for y'all.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, the backdrop y'all did for us at the Greek Festival.
Yeah. That's right.
We still have that. I keep saying, we need to bring that upstairs. So I know you've been supportive of us for several years now. And
I honestly don't remember how or why or where or when I got started here.
I do.
Okay. Well, your memory is better than mine. I did a lot of drugs when I was younger, which is why, I'm sober now, so I don't remember much.
Right. Steve Grant.
That's right. Coach Grant.
Coach Grant
for you.
Coach
Grant. Yeah. That's right. I remember.
With Chris and Kelly's Hope Foundation. And I don't know if it was around golf. Tournament.
I think it was, because that was back when I sort of played. I really play now. That was back when I was just kind of messing around.
So you'll be back with us next year?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've got it bad. I've got a new addiction. It's golf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's almost as expensive as drugs.
I was going to say, it's not cheap.
It's not.
It is not. Over the years for you in recovery, what's changed?
Whew. Man, that's a good question. So you come with the good questions. I wish you're such a much better interviewer than I ever was when I was on my podcast. So what's changed? So when I first started out, it was like a roller coaster. It was literally just insane, ups and downs and trying to deal with life without the thing I used to cope with life, not in my life, not to be able to numb it anymore. And that was extremely hard for me because I am a very loud, very obnoxious just person in general. But when I'm sad or mad, I'm like an exposed nerve. It's no fun to be. I'm no fun to be around.
Ooh.
And also, I don't like being sad, so I changed that to mad. And it's no fun. But I have learned how to manage the ups and downs of my life. I would say years 1 to 3, white knuckle roller coaster ride. Just get through it. 4 to 5 got a little better. I'd say it was more of actually trying to work on myself, and it wasn't just don't do drugs today. It was more of a hey, I'm actually trying to get better and figure out why I did drugs.
Right.
It wasn't. I always tell people drugs is a symptom. It's not the problem. You got to cure the problem, and then the symptoms will take care of themselves.
Yep.
But I would say in the last probably 2 years, things have really sort of kind of started making sense to me again. I'm comfortable who I am. I know who I am. I enjoy life. I enjoy my kids, my wife.
I was going to say, Laura and your girls
and the girls
are just,
they got the best version of me now, which I always tell Laura. I said, she always jokes that I scammed her into marrying me. I said, that's true, but you've gotten a much better version now than the one you had before.
right. That return on investment
was big return, big ROI, big ROI. But, it's really, sometimes it's tough to look back on and say, I wasn't always there for them when I needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what drugs and alcohol take away from you. Takes away everything you love.
Right. So I know we did our middle school summit this summer.
Mm-hmm.
When did you start self-medicating? When did you start taking drugs? What age were you?
Okay, so it's complicated for me. I had my first drink when I was 11. My dad bought it for me on a cruise. It was a Bahama Mama.
Remember that?
Yeah, remember. I have a photo of me and him holding it on the cruise somewhere. The first alcoholic drink. I would mess around with alcohol when I was younger, probably like 11, 12. I really got into smoking weed, and when I was in high school, that was when I really got into weed. And then Adderall when I was in my 20s is when I found Adderall, and that was when I fell in love, and I didn't need any other ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right.
Strangely enough, as I am a huge bad drug addict, I have never really done anything else. I didn't mess with any thing that would make you hallucinate because it terrified me. Mushrooms are gross. I don't eat them regularly. I'm not going to eat anything that grows on cow poop. I edited myself there. What else? Cocaine's always terrified me.
Mm-hmm.
So I never have messed with anything else.
Okay. All right. Thank God for that.
Oh, yeah. I'd be way dead if I did.
Yeah.
My therapist likes to tell me that I would love cocaine. And I'm like, I don't think you should. I'm going to make sure I get the shot. So you can see all my pretty face. But he likes to tell me that I would have loved cocaine. I'm like, thanks. I'm not sure that he's a great therapist. He is a wonderful therapist. I'm just kidding. He really is. He is. We have that type of relationship.
I was going to say, you've been going to him for quite a while.
9 years.
9 years.
Since I got back.
Once a week?
Once a week.
Yeah.
Every week. And even like if he's out of town, we like FaceTime.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So someone in your situation, you've been sober for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
So go back to 11 and 12 years.
Okay.
Someone that was in your shape or in your place then,
mm-hmm.
if they hear you today, what would be your words of advice or encouragement?
So you found another way to ask this question. You asked this question last time, and I couldn't answer. This is a better way to ask it. Here's what I'll tell you. This is what I will tell you. If I was talking to, let's see, 2015 Tyler,
mm-hmm.
Get out of the Target parking lot, go home to your family.
Mm. Okay.
That's just specifically to me.
Okay.
But no, it will get better. I mean, in the midst of addiction, it's hard to explain to someone who doesn't have it. I mean, you get up in the morning, it's the only thing you think about, the only thing you want, the only thing you need. It is constantly on your mind before eating, breathing, anything. That's mm-hmm. all. I hate it. I love, me and my wife, we've always loved to travel, but when I was really in the throes of addiction, I hated it because I didn't have a hookup when I traveled. And drug addicts are notoriously bad at, rationing.
Right.
So it was like I hated traveling or I would just blow it, use it all on the first night and then be miserable the rest of the trip. So you think life right in 2015, Tyler thinks that's the best life is going to be. Sitting there in his parking lot high on Adderall. It is not, my man. So if you're sitting out there in the middle of it, I promise you are more miserable than you even know you are.
Right.
And you can be so much better and so much happier and live such a much more fulfilled, enjoyable life.
Mm-hmm.
This is me sober. Can you only imagine what I was like?
No. And I'm around you enough.
I know, right? Yeah. A lot of people say that. They're like, you must have been whoop.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
So I know for you and treatment and recovery, mm-hmm. there's so many different resources out there and different paths
yes.
for people to go for their recovery.
Yes.
How do you identify what works best for you?
Well, I the one they sent me to, I just got lucky, and you have to try it. I have a friend who he went the IOP route, didn't work for him. Then he ended up going to AA. That worked for him. That didn't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I went to an inpatient facility for 29 days. I got out a day early.
For good behavior?
No, because they didn't want to make my wife spend another night in Helen, Georgia. My therapist was a lovely lady, Myra Buckles, lovely, love her to death. She was like, "I'm not going to make your wife stay in this town for another night. You can go home." Thank you. But so that, and then I found therapy, and I when I first went, I was terrified of group therapy. Thought I was going to hate it. Mm-hmm. Love it. Put me in a room full of people where we can all just talk about things.
Right.
Great. All day. Love having a therapist. Love talking to people. AA, a lot of rules. I don't do the rule thing very well. Yeah, you haven't noticed. I haven't even looked at the paper you gave me. I don't think I've answered a single question, the one that you've asked me. I've just said what I wanted to say. But you just have to try, figure out what fits. I mean, here's the thing. I'm a firm believer in inpatient care, because if you are in an inpatient facility, you can't do anything, right? The 30 days being away from not having any drugs was great for me.
What else did you have to do without in that 30 days? I know that drugs was...
My cell phone, the internet, television. I was in a cabin in the woods. Wow. I mean, we had that stuff. We could only watch TV on the weekends, and we could only watch movies. We could get internet passes from our therapist, which my therapist loved me. So it was during college football season, so I would go check the football scores for everybody. And they would pay me in dip and cigarettes, because there's a prison economy in rehab. It's a true story. My wife, who, if anybody knows her, is a very, very sweet lady.
Mm-hmm.
I asked her one day, I said, when she was coming to visit, I said, "I need you to stop and buy me 2 packs of Newports." And she goes, "Did you start smoking?" I said, "No, it's currency. The guy's cutting my hair, and I got to pay him."
Okay. Hey, there's always the barter system.
Hey, exactly.
I think that's what we call it these days.
The barter system. Yeah. So, but it took away, I focused on myself, took away all the shame. I was like, I walked in there, because there's a lot of things that I had never told. And when I walked in there, I'll never forget walking in the intake, and I sat there and they were doing the intake, and I said, "You know what? There's a good chance I'm never going to see these people again. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to be open and honest for the first time in my life and get all of my trauma and crap out there and try to get better. This is my opportunity sitting right here. If I don't take it, I'm going to be dead." Mm-hmm. And somehow, because I had detoxed at home, I was about 4 days sober. I was just a moment of clarity. I mean, I felt awful. I was miserable. But I was like, you know what? This is my shot. If I don't take it, this might be the only one I get.
Right.
And, I was like, I'm the kind of person that once I decide I'm going to take a shot, I'm committed to it. I'm done. I'm in.
Right.
And so I'll never forget sitting in group one day, and they were like, 2 out of the 3 of y'all are going to relapse. And I looked at the guys on each side of me and said, "Sorry, guys. It's going to be y'all. It's not going to be me." So, but it really gave me a chance to be open and honest and not worry about the repercussions of all the, shame. And there's a lot of shame that comes with stuff and addiction and dealing with all of that stuff. And
right.
That is shame is your worst nightmare. Guilt is fine. If you're guilty, cool. You did it. Apologize, move on. It's the shame you carry around later that really hurts and makes you do the things you do. And
that suitcase with shame gets bigger and bigger.
Mine was like a Louis Vuitton steamer trunk full of shame. I had like 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah. But I got it all out. And then I realized that was what I wanted to do. And, AA, that's great for some people. NA, there's Favor. There's in Sacker and Greenville, there's Favor. There's a bunch of different places you can go. But I can tell you this, doing it by yourself is damn near, impossible.
You're fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you. This may never see the light of day. They just said this.
No, it's scheduled.
Okay, cool. But no, I said it's hard to do on your own. It's a big nasty monster that you're fighting, and you can only fight it and it's yourself. That's the other thing. You need help.
Right.
So
as your 2 daughters are growing, because
13, and I'll be 13 on September 13th and 8. Yeah.
How do you talk to them about daddy's addiction, but also what do you maybe do differently because of where you sit right now?
Okay. So this is going to be hard for you to believe. Real open with my kids about
Oh,
about everything. Real open with everybody about everything.
right.
But my kids know Daddy is a drug addict. Daddy can't drink alcohol. Daddy can't do any of those things because if Daddy does, bad things happen. As a matter of fact, we were at Total Wine. My wife was getting wine, and she took me with her, which is a terrible idea. But I walked in the cigar humidor because I was looking for a lighter, and my oldest goes, "Stinks in here." And I go, "Oh, it smells good." She goes, "You like the smell because you're a drug addict."
Oh.
And I was like, "Woo!" I was like, "I don't think that's why I like the smell, but I mean, yeah, maybe." But no, they're very aware that Daddy is a drug addict and he can't, he went through some stuff. And I'm real open with them because here's the thing. The first time, so it's a little secret. Everybody thinks I only went to rehab one time. I actually did a program before I went the first time. That was a little sort of rehab. It wasn't rehab. It was like an IOP light. And I didn't tell anybody.
Oh.
Kept it to myself. Lauren, I was very in the dark. I didn't want anybody to know. I was ashamed of it, and it did not work. I lasted maybe 3 months. So when I got sober the second time, I was like, I know one way to live my life, and that is out loud and open to everybody, and that's just how I'm going to be with everybody.
Right. Right. I mean, that's who Tyler is.
That is who I am. At my core, yes, that is who Tyler is. I'm going to refer to myself in the third person. Yes, that is who I am. I live out loud.
And if you don't want an honest answer,
don't ask me.
Don't ask Tyler.
No, do not ask me. A lot of people have learned that the hard way. But it's funny because I just, once I started being open about it, all the shame went away. And I can laugh about it and I can make jokes about it.
Right.
I always joke about my tattoo. You see it, it's a bear. Everybody asks me if I'm from California because it looks like the bear on the California state flag. And I go, no, that's where I went to rehab. Whoosh, conversation ender. Love it. It makes me laugh so hard because I just love making it awkward.
Wow. Yeah, it's, again, especially in what we deal with in prevention and then mental health, all of those have such a stigma about them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, well, if we don't talk about it, it won't affect us. It'll never, not our family.
It affects everybody. That's the thing. That's the crazy thing. It affects everybody. Everyone knows somebody who's going through this. And everybody is, it always makes me laugh when they're like, oh, well, we don't talk about these things. Why not?
Right.
Also, I make jokes. I like to laugh because yes, it's dark and it's awful. But if you don't find some light somewhere, you'll be miserable.
Right.
So people are like, well, you don't take it seriously. Yeah, I do. I take it deadly seriously.
Right.
But I also laugh about things. And I can make jokes at my own expense and talk about the dumb stuff that I did. And, hope people learn from it and don't do the same dumb stuff that I did.
And if people know you, they understand that about you.
They do, yes.
So
and if they don't know me, they find that out about me very quickly.
Yeah. So I don't want to. So, we're all about prevention.
Yes. Prevention is hard. This is a very hard, prevention game is a hard game to be in.
Right.
Because they're going to do it.
See?
I told you.
You left me speechless.
You just said, if you don't want the truth, don't ask Tyler.
I know. And I know we can't reach every kid.
No.
And I know there's probably not a chance in hell that we could have reached Tyler Burgess.
Oh, no, not at all.
But there's a lot of kids out there that we can reach.
There are.
Thinking of your place as a father and a business leader.
Leader strong, but yeah, okay, go ahead.
Mr. CEO.
Sure, yeah. I don't know exactly what I do. My daughter's like, what do you do all day? I don't know. CEO stuff. I do podcasts with Phil.
Yeah. Hey,
Go ahead.
What would be an important message to other dads and other business owners about their support of prevention, that it can make a difference?
It is important. Here's what I'll say. Prevention, it can make, okay. You may not stop them from doing it the first time,
Right.
but you can stop them from doing it all the time. I'll say that.
Okay.
I mean, if you look at it as a win is not just, okay, this kid never did drugs, but this kid picked it up one time and then never picked it back up again.
Right.
I would call that prevention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think that is super important to think of. You can't think of it as we have to bat 1,000. And that's because you'll go crazy doing
Right.
that, and
Right.
it's just impossible. But it is important. Here's the thing: as a father, as a business person, don't shame people for doing drugs if they do them. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't glorify them. Don't make them sound cool. That's the prevention part of it,
Mm-hmm.
because there is a lot of that in this world. But also, don't shame the people that do them. If you catch your kid doing drugs, talk to your kid. Why are you doing drugs? What's happening? What's going on? What's going on in your life that's causing this to happen?
Right.
A lot of parents don't want to talk to their kids about stuff.
Right.
Trust me, I know. I'm aware of how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not like that for that one reason. Is because, listen, if your kid smokes weed, that doesn't mean he's going to turn into Pablo Escobar.
Right.
But he might if you don't stop and talk to him.
Right. I know I've had several parents in here before, and their kids are now in their 20s and 30s, and they caught them smoking pot in middle school. And they're like, well, it's just a little bit of pot. And they're so regret that they ever made that comment, that they didn't do anything.
That's the thing. You don't ignore it. Don't shame it. Don't freak out about it. Just talk to them like they're humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is my biggest thing with anybody. Talk to them like they're human. My kids are, yes, my children are kids, but I do not talk to my kids like kids. Anybody who's ever met my kids will tell you they have a very advanced vocabulary and way of talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's because I've always talked to them just like this.
Right.
You know, my daughter cursed at me the other day. I said, yeah, it was funny. I deserved it. It was well done. But it's because I treat them like, I don't treat them like adults. I treat them like humans.
Mm-hmm.
Treats people how you'd want to be treated, even if they're smaller than you.
Right. Right.
You know
and
what I mean?
So many people don't have a clue what that means these days.
They have no idea. It's like, I catch my kid smoking weed, so I'm going to take his phone, I'm going to lock him in his room, and I'm never going to let him outside again. Okay, all he's going to do is find ways to get out of the house and do more stuff to make you mad.
Right, right.
Instead of just sitting down and having a conversation and say, man, what's going on in your life? What's happening with you?
Right, right. And our goal is, if we can delay that first use, chances are they're going to have less of a problem down the road. And there are better ways to address the trauma that they're suffering from and trying to mask.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is you got to be open and honest with your kids about, from the beginning, like why they shouldn't do drugs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and here's the thing. I know a lot of parents are like, oh, I smoked a little weed. Yeah, you didn't turn out great either. But it's like, you can still talk to your kids about it and tell them what happens and and like, just be open and honest about it. Like, yeah, you might experiment. If you do, come to me, talk to me, let me help you figure out what's going on in your life,
right? Why
you're doing this, because you shouldn't be wanting to get drunk every night when you're 14.
Right. Yeah. Or 11.
Or 11. Nobody asked me.
Right.
I would have told them had they asked me. Well, probably not, because I didn't have the skills then. Now, anybody asks me, I'll tell them anything they want to know.
No doubt. No doubt. There we go back to that wide open, honest. But that's one of the things I really, really appreciate about you, is that you're honest and open, and there's nothing to hide.
Nope. I lived my life hiding everything I did for a long time. Mm-hmm. I did a bunch of bad, shady stuff. I lived in the dark. I was not a great person. And I was determined that the only way to be the opposite of that was to do the opposite of what I was doing. So if I do something wrong, I tell people I messed up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll apologize.
Right.
I'm sorry. But here's the other thing I do. I don't let the stuff I did in the past define who I am today. Mm. A lot of people want to bring up all that old stuff, and I'm like, that wasn't me. I'm not the same human being I was in 2015. Right. I'm not the same human being I was in 2020.
Right. You're not the same as you were 2 weeks ago.
No, not at all. It's
Yeah.
like, I have always I try to get better every day. But the only way to do that is to be honest. And look, it is not easy because I was a born liar.
Hmm.
You have to ask Laura. Laura would ask me something. I would just immediately lie and then just be like, no, wait, that was a lie. I'm sorry. That took me a long time to break because, there's a lot of, when you're a drug addict, there's a lot of lying and hiding and trying to keep up with stuff.
A lot of deception.
A lot of deception. And it just is immediate brain function just kicks in that goes, oh, no. And then you're like, wait, yes, that was a lie. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
So I've gotten way better at that now. Now I don't do that anymore. But it's not a good way to live, man.
Right.
That's the other thing. Partying and having fun, I get that, but it turns into something dark real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know my parents always said, nothing good happens past, I don't even remember what time it was.
Midnight? Yeah. I'm in bed by 8:30 now, so I'm old now. So I go to bed at like 8:30, 9 o'clock. No, nothing good happens. No, it does not.
Well, I appreciate all your support that you give to us. I love our new backdrop.
I do too. I love it too. It looks great.
It really does. And you and your team did an awesome job of this. And again,
all I did was forward the email, to be honest. I just forwarded the email.
Well, that's what CEOs do.
I forwarded the email to the appropriate people that got the banner printed. I'm a facilitator.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But again, I appreciate your support, Laura and the girls.
You guys have a hard job, man. This is a hard job.
Well, thank you. Not everybody recognizes what it is, but it is. And, we continue to do what we do. We're growing and expanding, being able to reach more and more people.
Mm-hmm.
And we couldn't do that without people like you.
And that's why I'm here, man. Like
So
I told
thank you.
Hey, I appreciate it. Like I told you, as long as you just try to get to them as much as you can.
Yep. We'll do it.
That's it,
We'll
man.
do it. All right.
I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Tyler.
So, hey, because I bribed him into being on here today because I said if I give you this banner, I have to be on the first podcast it's on. That's the only reason I'm here today.
Hey, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. All right. This is another round with Tyler.
And this one I was by myself too. This was I got to do all the talking this time.
Yeah. You didn't have to share the microphone.
I didn't have to share the microphone.
So again, thank you, Tyler.
No problem.
This is Phil Clark with Just Say Something. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and is there another one?
Like, share, subscribe, notifications. Smash that notification button. I don't know. All I know is YouTube from my kids. Watch YouTube a lot, and what they say. Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that we want to smash it, but
that's what the kids are saying, man. I'm just telling you what the kids are saying these days.
Oh, okay. Well, like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you next week. Thank you.